This common advice is actually making you poorer. And the worst part? You've probably been following it for years, thinking you're doing everything right. I'm Liam, and today we're talking about why the way you've been investing is actually costing you money. You wake up early, you go to work, you earn a decent salary, maybe 60K, 80K, even 100K a year. You try to be responsible. You save money. You invest a little. You avoid crazy risks. You tell yourself, I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. But then something feels off. Your bank balance grows slowly, your investments move, but not much. And deep down, you feel stuck. Like no matter how hard you try, you're not really getting ahead. Meanwhile, you see other people, same age, same income, but somehow they're pulling ahead, buying homes, building wealth, living with less stress. And you sit there thinking, what am I doing wrong? Here's the uncomfortable truth. It's not that you're not investing, it's how you're investing. And more importantly, it's what you've been told about investing your entire life. Because the system, the advice, the safe path, it's not designed to make you rich. It's designed to keep you average. And I'm going to show you exactly how. But first, let me ask you something. Do you believe this? Just invest consistently and you'll be fine. Sounds familiar, right? 401k, index funds, set it and forget it. That's what everyone says. That's what financial experts repeat over and over. And on the surface, it sounds smart, safe, simple, responsible. But here's the problem. Nobody tells you what happens in the real world, because in the real world, life doesn't follow perfect charts. You don't invest perfectly every month. You don't avoid emergencies. You don't escape job stress. And most importantly, you don't have unlimited time. Let me show you something most people never think about. Imagine you invest every month for 20 years. You stay consistent. You don't panic. You follow all the rules. Sounds perfect, right? But here's the catch. If your returns are average and inflation keeps rising and your income doesn't scale fast enough, you're not building wealth. You're just maintaining survival. That's the trap. And most people don't even realize they're in it. Now, here's where it gets even more dangerous, because the biggest mistake doesn't feel like a mistake. It feels safe. It feels responsible. It feels like the right thing to do. Mistake number one, blind consistency. You've heard it 1,000 times. Just keep investing no matter what. Market up, invest. Market down, invest. Recession, still invest. And yes, consistency matters, but here's what nobody tells you. If you're investing without strategy, you're just throwing money into a system you don't understand. Think about it. Would you walk into a casino, close your eyes, and just keep putting money on the table, hoping that over time you'll win? Of course not. But that's exactly what many people do with investing. They don't know why they're investing. They don't know what they're investing in. They don't know what outcome they actually need. They just follow advice. And that's dangerous, because consistency without awareness is just slow loss. Not dramatic, not obvious, but over time, it quietly steals your future. And here's the part nobody talks about. Fees. Small numbers, almost invisible. 1%, 0.5%, sometimes even less. Doesn't sound like much, right? But over 20, 30, 40 years, it's massive. It can eat 20, 30, even 40% of your total returns. Gone. Not because you made a bad decision, but because you didn't know what to look for. And that's how the system works. Not by taking everything at once, but by slowly, quietly, taking a little every year. Now let's talk about mistake number 2, over-diversification. This one sounds smart. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. So people spread their money everywhere. Different funds, different accounts, different strategies, a little in everything. And it feels safe. But the reality is, when everything grows a little, nothing really changes your life. You don't need average results. You need meaningful progress, and spreading yourself too thin kills momentum. It's like trying to build muscle, but lifting 2-pound weights forever. Safe? Yes. Effective? Not really. Now here's where most people get uncomfortable. Mistake number 3, confusing activity with progress. You check your portfolio, you move money around, you rebalance, you read articles, you feel productive, you feel like you're on top of it, but are you actually moving forward or just staying busy? Because real wealth doesn't come from
constant movement. It comes from intentional decisions, and most people never stop to ask, what am I actually trying to achieve? Retirement? When? How much? What kind of life? Nobody gets clear, so they follow generic advice for a very specific life, and that never works. Now here's the moment most people miss, and this is where everything changes. The problem isn't just bad strategy, it's passive thinking. You've been trained to believe that investing is something you set and forget, that you don't need to think deeply, that you don't need to understand. Just trust the system. Just stay consistent. Just wait. But waiting without clarity is not a strategy, it's hope. And hope is not how you build wealth. So what's the real solution? It's not about taking crazy risks. It's not about chasing trends. It's not about day trading or getting lucky. It's about one simple shift from passive investor to intentional investor. That means knowing why you're investing, what outcome you actually want, what timeline you're working with, and what strategy gets you there. Not someone else's plan, yours. Because here's the truth nobody tells you. The same investment strategy does not work for everyone. A 25-year-old and a 45-year-old should not be investing the same way. Someone with no kids and someone with a mortgage and 2 children should not be following the same advice. But that's exactly what happens. One-size-fits-all advice, and it creates average results. Now here's the big reveal. The system isn't broken. It's working exactly as designed to keep you consistent, to keep you passive, to keep you average. Because average investors are predictable, and predictable people are easy to manage. But wealth requires awareness. It requires intention. It requires stepping back and asking better questions. Not just, where should I invest? But why am I investing this way in the first place? That one question alone can change everything. So here's what I want you to do. Not tomorrow, not next year, right now. Pause for a second. Look at your investments and ask yourself, do I actually understand this, or am I just following what I was told? Because that one moment of honesty might be the difference between staying stuck and finally moving forward. And if this made you rethink the way you invest, then you're already ahead of most people. Just remember, the biggest risk isn't losing money. It's spending years doing the right thing and still ending up in the same place. Think about that.